Hi everyone, New England Gardening here. Just a quick video on removing a couple of air layers that I had started last year. I've got this one here, which is an Ischia Black, and over here is the Encanto Farms Black Madeira. These are my oldest trees here, 2010. They're 10 years old. But man, it's hot and humid again. It cooled off and the humidity dropped. Then it rained yesterday, and my figs are just I mean, this tree here looks like it needs watering, but got a bunch of figs starting to turn, but they're all splitting. It's just this weather is I get a theory that once the cooler temperatures, we first start getting the nighttime cool temperatures, that the skin on figs becomes less pliable and more prone to splitting. They're just exploding left and right. Okay, so yeah, just want to go ahead and remove these. Here's the leaf pattern there. And again, this looks like it's wilting. And it is, oh, that's kind of moist. But yeah, I think the trees are just starting to go dormant, and I see the flies everywhere. So let me go ahead and remove these. The other thing is I've been meaning to top this off. You can see the roots here, but the soil settled and it just runs right through, so I have to really fill a bucket up with water and have these sit in there for a while, really hydrate those roots. And this mix is pretty much, I think, all root bound. So if I can figure out, oh yeah, I think I have a lot of roots growing up too from the, oh, this is from the side. This is the one that always builds shoots from the side here. Wow. I was wondering where all these flies are coming from. Oh, there's a fig fell in here. Great. Okay, so, oh, there it is. Oop, there it is. Alright, so let's remove the Ischia Black. Oh, this here is an air layer all by its, it developed all on its own. It seems like it's, huh, that's weird. It's not connected to the tree, but it has its own roots. Huh, that's interesting. I'll have to remove that, take a look at it. So, probably put new foil on this. See the roots? Well, you can't see them too well there. Let's take a look from the top. I have to top this off with soil. Alright, let's get this out into the sun. You can see this really has, actually there's a sprout. There's a little bud right there opening up. Look at the size of that root. That's at least 1/4 of an inch. Like I said, I started these last year. So I'll be hydrating this, and I'll top it off with some more soil. Let me get the Black Madeira. Alright, so here's the Black Madeira. I'm going to do this with one hand. I think they'll both fit in. Yeah, there they go. Yeah, they're practically floating. They're so dry. I'm going to pick this off. I don't see any running water. It's running water. I don't see any liquid or any flies, but it's split open. I don't see anything moving. But I'll just document the interior of this fig. Give it a try. Anything moving? Yeah, the structures look so much like, I'm going to say worms and not use the M word. What is that one? As it gives you pause, as they say. Let me go ahead and try this. No, that's good. And there again, as dry as the tree is, it was kind of watery. Oh, that's the cicadas. I seen one up close on the Finch bird feeder the other day. So I just took a tomato plant apart that was potted here. I'm just going to use, this is potting mix. I'm just going to top this off with this mix here. I'll get all these roots in here. Should have done this earlier. It's just one of those smaller projects you never prioritize and get around to. Yeah, so this video is going to be longer than I figured it was going to be. This stem here, I'm going to go ahead and remove it. It's still green. It's starting to lignify at the very end. Actually has a little patch of green here, and it's lignifying more. Less green on the tip. But I don't know how this occurred. It was just a weak branch at some point. Maybe I broke it while moving it or something, but it doesn't even seem like it seems like it's only attached by its own roots and not to the main plant here. So I can go ahead and remove this. Let me cut it off. I'll just put it in a small cup that I use to start cuttings. Yeah, that just snapped off. Wow, that's interesting. Let me give this, oh. Yeah, I broke it off there, but it has some roots. So maybe I'll just keep this until next year. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pot this up for a couple of months, and then I'll remove it, take a look. Maybe they'll sprout some new roots and have some growth on it, and then maybe I can either hold it on for a year, for another year, or just put it on eBay if somebody wants to take a chance on them. I mean, nice roots there, pretty thick roots. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and pot it up into this container here. I was just looking for my coffee filters because of the holes here, but I'll do without. Press that down. Yeah, let's see what this does. Put the roots at the very bottom there almost, and then see if it sprouts more roots along this stem here in a couple of months. If not, I'll just hold on to it until next year. We'll see. Alright, one last project. This Maltese Beauty, the pot's all cracked, and I was just thinking, I'm looking at the figs, and I'm like, well, these figs, they might resist cracking. Unlike the Black Madeira, so I've been meaning to change this pot. I'll put it in the square-based pot and just fill in around the voids. It's kind of spindly the way it's grown, but yeah, it has two figs on it. One I thought was infected, but the eye is blocked off. I'll show you that after I repot this. But let me get this into this square-based pot here and out of this broken plastic pot. Yeah, you can see easily just picked up. It goes right in. And have a lot of bark in here. Maybe that's why they haven't split. Yeah, I have some bark mixture I want to use. Let me go get that. It's got all these buckets sitting around with just partially filled with stuff. I can't use the bucket. I think this was a cutting mix. I put it to use here. Alright, now I think I'm done. I've repotted this Maltese Beauty. I figured if that's supposed to be a GM or CM 155. 2013. Can't recall if I started this from a cutting or I bought the plant. But in this video, I'm going to take a look inside this fig here, which initially I thought the flies had gotten to, but they're just hanging out wanting to get inside, I think. So let's take a look inside this and give it a taste. All right. Yeah, looks similar to a Black Madeira. So definitely nothing inside. It doesn't look spoiled. Nice bright colors. It's another thing with the spoiling, sort of looks like a grape juice. So let's give this one a try. And it's nice and warm too from the sun. I can't recall. He's a pretty well-known grower and seller on eBay, reputable. Someone made a comment, maybe in the forum, when they used to have the Figs for Fun forum, that this, it's either this one or the I don't think it was the I-258. I think of this one they thought it was a cross between Black Madeira and like I-258 and all the best figs out there. Let's give it a try again and concentrate on this one, on the skin. It seems to have some sweetness too. Yeah, I would say just side by side. They're either comparable to the Black Madeira. I know I'm going to say the Black Madeira was sweeter. Now I'm thinking about it. It was a little bit more viscous. It was a little bit drier, which brought out a little bit more sweetness. But this was very good. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to water this with the new soil in it and see if there's any splitting going on, because it could be that this fig resists splitting. Like if anyone's going to split, it would be this one right here. Is that in the view there? Yeah, so that's what I'm going to give it a try. So this is New England Gardening with some fig chores out of the way, and got to have a Maltese Beauty for my reward. It's pretty good. So I repotted the Maltese Beauty. I removed 2 air layers, potentially 3 air layers. I'm pretty sure that spindly one that broke off will survive. But yeah, there's 2. One on the right is the Ischia Black, and both of these I've started last year, and on the left is the Black Madeira, Encanto Farms Black Madeira. So this is New England Gardening. Thanks for watching.